Children. So today here I am again with a chapter of class 10, that is control and coordination. But before then, let me once again introduce myself to you all. Myself Kakoli Saha, biology teacher from DAB Public School, CCL BDT. So children, from the name itself, this is the very first day of this chapter. From the name itself, that is control and coordination, you can very well understand what it will be all about. Means how everything is being controlled in your body. That is included in the concept of control. Coordination means how each and everything, all the things are being coordinated for the smooth functioning of the body. That is there in coordination. For control and coordination in this chapter, we will be taking up the animal part also as well as the plant part. But today I would just like to start with neuron. You all have studied in class 9, children, that the functional unit of the nervous tissue or the nervous system is nothing but the neuron, that is the nerve cell. As well as what you all have studied about the nerve cell, that it is the longest cell in the body. So today we will see the parts of the neuron and how does it function, as well as there are certain terms associated with it. But before going into the neuron, I would like to mention two things to you all. First is that the stimulus. There is one word used, that is stimulus. What is stimulus? Anything which causes you to react or respond. Anything which causes you to react or respond is known as stimulus. Suppose someone pinches you and you immediately start screaming, or somewhere mama gives you a glass of hot milk, unknowingly you touch the milk and then you start screaming. So that hot milk which is causing you to scream or shout, that is actually the stimulus. And this stimulus which is causing you to react or respond, this stimulus is picked up by the neurons. Then it is being transmitted in the form, it is transformed into the form of impulses. It is transformed into the form of impulses when it is carried along the neuron, So let us see the structure of neuron in detail, that is the nerves. See children, I hope the diagram is visible to you all. This is the one part of the neuron. This is one part of the neuron, and this is rather the other part of the neuron. So what you see, there are certain projections which you can see. They are known as dendron, singular dendron. You can see several branches coming out. They are known as dendrites, or they are known as dendrites. The stimulus. Okay, I told you what is stimulus. So the stimulus, where does it reach? Who picks up the stimulus? It is the dendrites or the dendrons. Then you see this part. This part is known as the cyton or the cell body. Okay, and you see a prominent nucleus over here, and there are certain granular structures. They are known as micelle granules. So this part is known as the cell body or the cyton, and this elongated part, children, this is known as axon. What is known as axon? Now see, there are certain things in the axon. This elongated part is axon. You see certain structures surrounding or placed above the axon. They are known as myelin sheath. They are known as myelin sheath. But all the neurons in your body does not contain the myelin sheath. If myelin sheath is present, they are known as myelinated neurons, and if the myelin sheath are not present, they are known as non-myelinated neurons. So here the myelin sheath is present. But remember, the axon is having the myelin sheath, but the myelin sheath is not continuous. There are certain breaks or there are certain interruptions, and those breaks or gaps in between the myelin sheath is known as node of Ranvier. What they are known as? Known as node of Ranvier. And ultimately this axon terminates in certain endings or branches. They are known as axon endings. What they are known as? Axon endings. So two important part. Upper part is known as cyton or the cell body. The elongated part is known as the axon. The stimulus being picked up where, children? By the dendrons or the dendrites. Then it is transmitted to the cyton, and ultimately through the axon it gets transmitted in the form of impulses. It gets transmitted in the form of impulses and reaches where? It reaches the axon endings. It reaches the axon endings. Now I want to tell you something. You must be thinking that they must be very long. Yes, they are long, but the longest cell in the body. But that does not mean a single neuron is present from one end of the body to the other end of the body. There are certain neurons which take part in the transmission of impulse. Means the impulse gets transmitted from one neuron to another and reaches the spinal cord or the brain. So here you have to remember that how this transmission from one neuron to another neuron takes place. There is one term. That term is known as synapse. That is a very important term. That part is known as synapse. What it is known as? Synapse. You know what are synapse? It is nothing but functional. Synapse are nothing but functional junction. What it is? Functional junction between two neurons. What are synapse? Synapse are nothing but they are functional junction between two neurons. Let me make you understand. See, this is the axon ending of one neuron. So again, what will happen, children? You will see there is another neuron which is placed after this neuron, and there is a gap between this neuron and this neuron, and this gap is represented by nothing but they are known as synapse. What they are known as? Synapse. So what is synapse? Synapse is nothing but it is the functional junction between two neurons. Now let us go into the next part. Understand nicely how impulse transmission takes place. The impulse transmission can be in the form of electrical impulse or chemical impulse. Means it gets transmitted, the stimulus gets transmitted into the impulse. What is there in your syllabus? I will be concentrating myself there into that portion only. Now when the impulse reaches this axon endings contain certain nerves or vesicles. There are certain nerves or vesicles, and you know they contain certain chemicals. Those chemicals are known as what? They are known as neurotransmitters. What they are known as? Neurotransmitters. I'll tell you what it is. Now it is not that the message or the impulse has reached this part, automatically it's not that it will reach this part. No, something must be there for the transmission of impulse across the synapse. क्योंकि बच्चों इस जगह तुम लोग देख रहे हो ना, synapse है, there is a gap, so something must be there for carrying that message or the impulse from one neuron to another neuron, from one neuron to another neuron. So who will, when the impulse reaches this axon endings, the vesicles which is there present in the axon endings, they release certain chemicals contained within them. They are known as neurotransmitters. They are known as neurotransmitter. Transmitter मतलब transmit करना, ट्रांसफर करना. न्यूरो क्यों? क्योंकि ये किसके साथ एसोसिएटेड है? न्यूरॉन्स के साथ एसोसिएटेड है. So these chemical messengers, they are known as neurotransmitter. So neurotransmitter will transmit the impulse across the synaptic cleft or across the synapse to another neuron. Another neuron का ये axon terminal of one neuron. What the message or the impulse is transmitted from the axon endings of one neuron to the dendrites of another neuron. Means the impulse conducted across the axon is being picked up of one axon, is being picked up by the dendrites of another neuron. And in this way, the entire process of nerve impulse transmission takes place, and ultimately it reaches its destination, that is the brain and the spinal cord. Now, related with the nervous system, you should know two terms. I hope you all have studied this impulse, means followed this impulse transmission. Now I would like to tell you all that there are two types of nervous system. You should know it. That is CNS. That is Central Nervous System. What it is? Central Nervous System. What it is, children? Central Nervous System. And ये क्या क्या इसमें आ जाएगा? The brain and the spinal cord. What will be included over here? The brain and the spinal cord. So one part of the nervous, two parts means two types of nervous system. Central nervous system, and that is CNS, and the other is PNS. That is peripheral nervous system. That is peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system. It consists of the spinal nerves, cranial nerves. Now I'll make you understand. Okay, central nervous system, you already know that this is the brain, and you know the spinal cord, where it is located. Okay. Next, the peripheral nervous system, this you should understand. Now, brain is controlling everything, but it is not situated. You must be thinking that how this brain is there and it is able to perceive that what is going on or sense what is going on in and around the surrounding, because each and every sense organ of your body is having some connection with the brain. So there, how brain is there situated here all above, it is the controlling center, everyone knows, but there are certain neurons or certain nerves coming out of the brain and distributed in the body. They are known as cranial nerves. They are known as cranial nerves, branches. Okay, several branches. Now, from the spinal cord also, several branches or several nerves come out and reach each and every peripheral part of your body, means each and every part of your body. They are known as peripheral nervous system, known as peripheral nervous system. So this was all about the structure of neuron and the nervous system. Now Today I would move over to another important concept, and it is literally very important, and that is reflex action. What it is? It is reflex action. So please concentrate and listen carefully. What I am going to teach you all today is reflex action. What it is? Reflex action. Now I would use some terms for defining the reflex action. What they are: spontaneous. What they are: spontaneous. Involuntary actions. Now you can use other terms also, but just to make you all understand, I used only 2 terms. Now see what happens. Somebody, you are in a dark room and someone throws torchlight towards you. All of a sudden, without thinking anything, there is blinking of the eyes. If somewhere you come across a pointed object, you are walking barefoot, and some pointed object touches your foot, then what you will withdraw your foot. That is what? Nothing but reflex action. Blinking of eyes, withdrawing of hand when you touch a hot object or something or the other, which happens spontaneously without thinking. There was no pre-thinking that I would be acting like this or like that. It happened all of a sudden. You don't know why. And involuntary means it was not at your wish. तुमने विश नहीं किया था, तुमने प्लान नहीं किया था, फिर भी ये एक्शन हुआ. वो एक्शन को क्या बोलते हैं? रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन. व्हाट इट इज नोन एज रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन. It's very spontaneous and it travels very fast. The nerve impulse transmission is very fast. So today we will see the pathway for the reflex action. There is a diagram in your NCERT book, children. There is a diagram of reflex arc in your NCERT book. In your NCERT book, please go through it because this is very important, and every year or the other it is being asked in the board examination what is reflex action, and draw a level diagram of a reflex arc. So you will draw it. Today I will show you the pathway of reflex action. The pathway of reflex action. Now see children, listen carefully. Now see, suppose this is your hand. This is your hand. I am not drawing it. You will get the diagram in the book, explaining it with a flow chart. Okay, hand. So whenever you are touching any hot object, you are touching a hot object, your hand. तो उस वक्त वो क्या है? रिसेप्टर है. क्या है? रिसेप्टर है. Why receptor? When you are touching the hot object, that means you are receiving the stimulus. At that time it is known as receptor. What it is known as? Receptor. Now this hand is acting, children, as what? It is acting as receptor. Okay. अब ये वो गर्म छुआ, किसी चीज को तुम लोगों ने छुआ, वो रिसेप्टर से. फिर क्या होगा? Then with the help of certain neurons, what those neurons are known as? They are known as sensory neurons. There are types of neurons also. This stimulus being perceived by the hand, then what type of neuron will be responsible for carrying it? Sensory neurons. वो impulse conduction किस तरह के neurons में होगा बच्चों? They are sensory neurons. What? Sensory neurons means one sensory neurons placed after another. Then what will you see? You will see that sensory neurons, ultimately it will be taking the message, the impulse to the spinal cord. The spinal cord. This spinal cord will interpret the message so fast, it happens within fraction of a second, and it will be interpreting it, doing the necessary action, and ultimately with the help of relay neuron, what? Relay neuron, it will be transferring it to the, ultimately the message from the spinal cord, what is to be done, and excuse me, and not, then ultimately the spinal cord has to give it, send it back the message. That message from the spinal cord through the relay neuron will be handed over to motor neurons. To what? Motor neurons. And this motor neurons will ultimately bring the message to the hand, and you will withdraw your hand. And children, this receptor will now act as effector, will now act as effector. So understand nicely, very nicely, that first of all it is your hand which is receiving the stimulus. This stimulus being picked up by whom? The sensory neurons, and impulse conduction takes place and reaches the spinal cord. The spinal cord interprets it, or the actions need to be taken, it will do it accordingly. Then through the relay neuron or interneuron, it is being transmitted to the motor neurons, and the motor neuron brings the impulse or the message, and it reaches the hand and you withdraw your hand. First the hand was acting as receptor, now it is acting as effector. Why? Because you have withdrawn your hand, you have withdrawn your hand. So this entire pathway of reflex action is known as reflex arc. What it is known as? Reflex arc. So what is reflex arc? It is nothing but pathway of reflex action. Pathway of reflex action. Now, with this, I would like to end up today. So maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, again, the next part will be there for you all. So any doubt, please ask me or leave a message. I'll just answer you all back. Stay safe, children. Stay healthy, and God bless you all.